10th standard students, very warm welcome and very good morning to all of you. Okay, hope you all are fit and fine. So now we are going through the geography part of social science and we are into the sixth chapter, India water resources. This chapter we are learning about the water resources of India. So what we have done already, we have done the importance of this water, the major rivers of water in India, the major rivers of India. Okay, the North India and South Indian rivers. Of that, South Indian rivers, East flowing river, West flowing river, etc., etc. Now today we will go through the irrigation part. Irrigation, what is this irrigation? Okay, so what is irrigation? The artificial supply of water. The artificial supply. See, you are having the soil, but soil can't alone make your cultivation or production of crop. It is water also, sunlight also, all those things makes your cultivation. So if water is not there, you can't do the cultivation. Though you are having sunlight, you are having fertilizer, you are having pesticides, whatever you are having, everything is important, but water is not present in somewhere. Okay, soil is there but sufficient water is not there. That time we have to give artificial water. Artificial water means the same water, but we will carry it some scientific or technological method so that water should go there and we can do the cultivation. So the artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture is called irrigation. Okay, so the artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture is called irrigation. It refers to supply of water from any sources, means river, reservoir, tanks, underground sources, etc. to agricultural land. Okay, so what are the, so this comes under the meaning of your irrigation. Now we will do the need or importance of irrigation. Why this irrigation is important? India is an agricultural country, so there is a need for sufficient supply of water. India is an agricultural country. India based on agriculture, and to do agriculture, water is a very much needed for this agriculture. Okay, so India is an agricultural country, so there is a need for sufficient supply of water. Agriculture in India mainly depends on monsoon rainfall. We depends on monsoon rainfall, which is seasonal. In the season it come. Okay, uncertain and uneven distributed. It is not same in all the places of the country. Somewhere it is heavy, somewhere it is less, somewhere it is moderate. Crops need regular supply of water. They don't know. Crops don't know it is a heavy rainfall area or low rainfall area or moderate rainfall area. They need water, then only they will grow. So crops need regular supply of water which will increase the yield. Yield means production. Okay, and production of crops which can provided only by irrigation, which is very essential in India. Okay, sufficient supply of water is available, is possible only if you are having the irrigation, that is artificial supply of water. Okay, some place they are having sufficient water, but some place they don't have sufficient water, but the soil is okay for the cultivation of crop. Then what to do? Then we have to provide their water in the artificial way. The important types of irrigation in India are well irrigation, canal irrigation and tank irrigation. So there are three types of irrigation in India. They are well, then your well, tank, canal. Okay, now recently sprinkle and drip irrigation has been introduced. What is sprinkle and drip? It is mentioned in your keywords. Sprinkle means one device is there. Okay, with the tap one device is there. It rotates and they are having the holes. The water will circulate around the place. That is sprinkle. And drip means pipes are going to the root of the, near to the root of the your this one. The pipes or bladders type, okay, rubber pipes are going near to the root of the plant, and there one hole is there. Once the water they will do, means they will pour the water in that or they make it a force for the water in that pipe. When the water will pass, it will go to the root of the, it also decrease the, it conserve water also. Okay, that is drip farming. Okay, so now we will go with the well irrigation. What is this well irrigation? Well, we all know we have to dig the earth and we will get the water at some certain height. Okay, down. It is most important type of irrigation in India. Nearly 60.7% of the total irrigated area is from well irrigation. This is very much important and this is very popular. It is also cheap. No such technical things are required. So 60.7% of the total irrigated area in India is from well irrigation. Well irrigation is possible even in low rainfall area. Low rainfall area also, if you dig the this one earth, you will get water. Okay, it is cheap and easy to dig wells which don't need superior technology compared to other means of irrigation. Tank, canal, there you have to invest money more. But here no like that. To dig the earth, you will get the water. Well irrigation is largely practiced in Ganga plains, including Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal of the northern India. In northern India, where it is mainly used in the Ganga plains, where Ganga river is there, near to that, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. Okay, in these places, well irrigation is very much popular. In southern India, it is widely practiced in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. These three places, they use the well irrigation. Well are of two types. There are two types of well. One is open well. Open well means what we dig. We can see the water from the top. That is open well. And one is tube well, where you are having one rod is there. If you put that rod, the water will come. That is known as tube well. Okay. The tube well irrigation has become widespread in India. Nowadays it has become because it is very easy to get the water from the down to the earth. In the open well, what you have to do, you have to put that this one, or else nowadays they are putting motors there and they are getting the water. Okay, but from tube well it is very easy to get the water for your cultivated land. Now the second one is the canal irrigation. What is this canal? Canal, you can understand. Canal means suppose a river or stream is going. No, from there you cut a land type, right? Okay. So if you make a way, the water will come to your place. That is known as canal. It has occupied second place after well irrigation. Okay, that is 60%. This is 27% of the total irrigated area is from canal irrigation. India has one of the largest canal system. India has one of the world's largest canal system. Means India has several canal system or canal irrigation in India, for which it is famous throughout the world. Government is mainly responsible for the construction and maintenance of canals. Okay, these canals and all, no, this government is responsible for construction of this canal, so that people or the farmers can do because it is expensive. See, farmers are poor people. They are not able to do the expense like that. Okay, so they have to. So government help them like that. Okay, inundation canal. There are two types of canal. What are they? Inundation canal. Here, water is drawn directly from the river without building dam. Without building dam, they will make a channel, and from there the water will come. And one more is there, perennial canal. What is this perennial canal? In perennial canal, dams are constructed across the rivers and water is stored in the reservoir and used for agriculture through canal. Canals are there, but where water is there? Okay, what happened? They make a dam. Dam is nothing but obstruction to the water of the river, so that water will be stagnant there. Okay, and that water we can use for several purposes. Now the canal irrigation is extensive in which places? Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, West Bengal and Karnataka. Okay, these are the states who are very much using this canal irrigation for their cultivation. India has the largest area under irrigation in the world. Okay, this is for your knowledge. I am telling you, India has the largest area under irrigation in the world. China ranks second. India is ranked first in the world for this irrigation purpose. China ranks second. Now the last one is the tank irrigation. Tank, you know, we are having a tank in our house from where we are getting the water. Same like that, a reservoir. A tank is a natural or man-made reservoir on Earth's surface in which rainwater is collected, which is being used for irrigation. In tank, rainwaters are being collected, and even if you are having water, you can pump up the water to that tank. You can make it reserve that water, and whenever you want to spray water on your field, you can use the tank water. In recent years, the area under the tank irrigation has been decreased. Now what happened? Canal and well. Well is very much famous. After that, canals are growing. But this tank irrigation, it is there, but it is decreasing. Now only 3% of the total irrigated area is under tank irrigation in India. Why this tank irrigation is getting decreased? Because it is expensive. Okay, and here the government will not help you. This one you have to do from your own, but canal the government will do, because if a canal comes from a river for one village, all the farmers will be benefited from that. Okay, but for one person, government will not do a tank. Now it is mainly found in, which are the places where it is mainly found? It is mainly found in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. These are the states where still now tank irrigation is there, but tank irrigation is very less. Only 3% is tank irrigation, 27% is canal irrigation, and the most famous is the well irrigation, which is 60 and above. Okay, so with this we have concluded this irrigation part. In the next video I will be supplemented your 2 video, because in one video it is not possible, the multipurpose river valley project. And one more thing I will tell you, that very soon I will be telling you one exam will be there. Okay, that exam is for your internal marks, what I have to give you in your final exam. That is very important for you. Out of 20, if you are good and if you follow my rules, you will get 17-18 marks. So you are very near to your pass mark. So I will be giving you the question paper in your WhatsApp. You have to write and you have to submit it to the headmaster, and then I will check and I will record that marks. That marks will go to the BLO office, and in the final exam that marks will be counted as your internal marks. So be cautious about that. Thank you. See you in the next video.